Hey, everybody. Michelle's here. Here. You know, I'm going to say this, and I've been wanting to say this for a while. I just put up a post on Facebook, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what's going on Facebook. But anyway, look, when I was in elementary school, okay, for some reason I got separated from the children of color and placed over on the other side with white children. And I didn't understand why, And like I said, my dad always worked because, he had to work and take care of all of us. And my mom was not driving at the time. And she wasn't going to come out to the school to find out what was going on. She really wasn't. She didn't think she needed to. Back then, you could trust the teachers, I think. I mean, I guess you could. You could trust the teachers and know that they were doing the best, that they loved children and they were taking care of us. And for the most part, that's true. Except when I started beating up white boys who wouldn't leave me the fuck alone. But other than that, they kept teasing me and bothering me. I mean, when I went home and told my mom about it, and she says, "Do not come back to this house unless I know that you've defended yourself." So in other words, she wasn't going to allow me to be teased, and for me to take it. She told me to handle it. I handled it, and that's when I started beating them up, and they crying and acting like little babies and carrying on. So anyway, but I do remember being separated, and I remember when I got separated on the side of the up. They split us up. Like I said, people of color, dark people were on one side, and the white kids and myself only was there. I think there was maybe one more other person there. Yeah, I think there was. I think I remember one other female being there, and I can remember thinking, well, why am I being separated? And what bothered me so much is those white kids didn't say not a goddamn thing to me. They wouldn't acknowledge I was sitting there or nothing. But then when I look across on the other side of the classroom, I saw everybody having a good time, everybody's laughing. Black culture, we love each other. And so I put up with that for about a month. And then I went to the teacher and said, you know what, I can't keep up. I kind of told a lie. I said, oh, I can't keep up with this. I told her this is too much. I have something to that effect, and she said, "Well, you're doing well." She was trying to encourage me to stay on that side of the classroom, but I said no. I'd rather, and so that's what I did. I went to the other side where the children of color were there, dark people, black people, and I was with them, and I felt better. Um, I didn't like that separation, and so my point is, we just need to stop making kids that have either high IQs, high intelligence, highly sensory abilities, and this and that and the other. We shouldn't have them performing for adults all the time, and making them feel different. I can remember all I wanted to do was fit in. And I knew those people that were of color or dark or black children. I know them because we lived in a neighborhood together. I think this is the time where they forced us to segregate, forced us out of our neighborhood and forced us to go to this school where like I said, these people didn't want us there. I can remember that. I can remember the hostility. So I just think it's not fair to be making it seem like it's such a big deal. These chances are it's just high consciousness, and we just need to learn how to stop making it seem as though there's something wrong with that, or that something even right about it. Can it be just normalcy? That's what we need to understand, normalcy. Why are we separating anyway? If they are highly intelligent or high IQ, why are we separating them from other children? Maybe they can help the other children. Have anybody ever thought about that? Instead of putting that one child on display, and he or she are performing for adults usually, and adults are so amazed, carrying on, making this person, it causes anxiety. I know for me, and I didn't like it because, like I said, those white children said nothing to me. I did not relate to them at all. But the children on the other side, which was all black, all of them came from the neighborhood, came from the black culture, and that's where I'd rather be. Okay, like I said, I could have helped them. Anybody thought about that? But no, nobody thinks about anything. It's always about what they want, and they're not thinking about the needs of the child and how that can affect them when they grow up. In other words, Sometimes it causes children not to want to expand themselves because they know they're going to be separated and isolated from everybody else. And that's not a good feeling, especially when you don't really know what the hell is going on. And like I said, my parents didn't understand that stuff. They trusted the teachers to know how to take care of us and, provide us with education. And for the most part, they did. They did. So please stop making such a big deal out of that. It doesn't feel good, to be separated from people that you know in your community. Those dark, black, colored, whatever they were, children, those were my people. That's my culture. I should have been sat over there with them, and the teacher should have been said to me, "Well, Michelle, can you help them with this? Can you help them with that?" Instead of putting me over there with white children and who didn't even acknowledge my existence. That's painful. And that's why I said, no, I can't keep up. I couldn't keep up. And then I lost interest after that because I didn't want to display how much I knew or how smart I was because I felt like I would probably be separated, and I didn't like that. So please consider changing that and allow these so-called geniuses because and I remember too, there was a school in the neighborhood where I recently retired where they had a school for all of those type of gifted, I guess that's what they call them, children. They had them all together, all the gifted children together, which is good. And I hope that's what everybody's doing. But at the same time, don't put those children on display, performing for adults, and saying how wonderful and how intelligent they are. Those are children. They still need to interact with other children and feel connected to children, not adults. Okay? So that's something to consider. I have been wanting to say that for a while. And like I said, this doesn't feel good because what it does, I know for me, is it causes me not to excel as much because I didn't want none of that attention. Like I said, I didn't want to be separated. So I didn't excel that much. I just kind of, did the minimum. You did very minimal. I didn't excel at all. And I didn't want to. You understand? So anyway, peace and love. I'm feeling fantastic. Just, kind of lounging around, reading every now and then. And then looks like we're getting some rain. So I hope everyone is doing wonderful, fantastic, magnificent. It is Friday. I know that much. And, and trust me, once I finish up with everything else, I will be back. Oh, and by the way, never mind, I'll talk about this later. Peace and love to everyone all over the universe. Please be safe. And think of me, and I'll think of you. Okay? Talk to you later.